Good morning, YouTube. This is Penguin Pete for NoGamer.com, link in the description. And I just wanted to do a quick tutorial on the basic interface of the game Papers, Please. This is a classic game. Everybody loves it. In case those of you who are just finding out about it after years of hype are saying, well, we're going to, check it out. And it's a very unique and original game, but not always the most intuitive to figure out for the first-time player. Now, if you want a walkthrough, go to GameFAQs.com. There's a full walkthrough there. It is very complete. It spoils everything. So if that's what you're looking for, you're in the wrong place. This is a spoiler-free, easy tutorial. We're going to pick the endless play mode, which you can unlock after you've beaten the game at the best possible ending. And you get this thing. Let's cut this music. Okay. Alright, thank you. Yes. Glory to our Statska. Alright. So, if you're just looking for a quick tutorial on the interface, it explains a lot better if you're just showing people here. Alright, so this is your rule book. I keep this open all the time on the desktop. You'll notice in any play mode that the clock does not start until you start the timer with that buzzer right there calling in your first entry candidate. And again, this is a game where you're basically a stamp pad jockey working a border at the Soviet Eastern Bloc country in the late 80s, early 90s, where they're kind of hostile to neighbors. You've got your basic rules in here. Now, your first day, the only rule in the game when you're doing it in story mode is just accept residents and turn away foreigners, and that's literally one rule. Rules will be added in story mode as you go along. I'm starting this at the top quota of rules because that way we can see how everything works at once. So anyway, you got your rule book here, and that's all great. You've got your map. This is all accessible from here. You turn on some of these features after you complete story mode too. So in the map, we'll be using this a lot. There's booth info, and that's a basic small tutorial. Unless you see I have all the upgrades. My space bar activates investigate mode. The tab activates the stamp pad, blah, blah. So I've got all that. These rulebook shortcuts are these little tabs in here, these things. So anyway, that's the basic stuff. You should be able to find all that. And of course, documents are there. This is a guide to all the documents. You'll be looking at this one a lot. One of the gotchas they use is having an incorrect seal, so you'll want to go check that out. Anyway, it's easier to show you. So let's bring somebody in. And in this mode, this is endurance mode, which means that the timer doesn't mean deadly. It's just infinite time, as long as you don't make a mistake. And you get points for every correct guy you process. Alright, first thing I do is I always check this date because that's the most common gotcha is expired documents. That happens constantly. Okay, they're from Arstatska, so they are a resident. Even when you have a resident, go ahead and look in here, make sure Lesranadi. Okay, one of the issuing cities for passports for Arstatska has to be one of these. So when I do this and highlight that, that's a discrepancy right there. Interrogate. I don't know anything about that. Well, then you're getting detained because your passport's forged. Bye-bye. Wow, that was brisk. Easy one to start us off, right? Okay, there's a work permit, there's a vaccine card, there's a passport, and there's the entry permits. Yes, permits, because you got to show us your stinking batches. Alright, expiration date, cool. Thank you. You can tell by the date right down here too. I do that just to show you. Anytime you want to do anything like that, you can highlight stuff, like you can compare that. You can do this with literally any two things anywhere in the interface, anything that's open. And it'll just say, well, there's no correlation between that, but you can still do it. So just don't be afraid to try stuff. The easiest thing's probably a vaccine permit. That's super easy. And rather than trying to read all this stuff and pronounce all these weird Slavic names, just go through here. Okay, those match, thanks, alright. Polio vaccine, anything after 1980 is good when we're in 83. And this is valid for 3 years anyway. So, and you can see there again, you can highlight that, compare it to the clock. Yes, that's fine. All right, now that's cleared. We can toss that over there. Here's the work permit, and we can compare the names. All right, and we can compare the date. Make sure the date didn't expire. That's great. All right. Let's check for a forged document. This is a work pass, and these are the logos that are acceptable on it. So you can even do that with the logos. Say matching data? Yes, that's sure. If you can eyeball it, that's fine. I'm just doing this with a clicky interface just to show you have a backup. You have a machine verified way in case you're one of those people that isn't too great with detail-oriented little nitpicky stuff that you miss all the time. So dates, that checks out. They are 83 kilograms. That's what it says on the scale. 171 centimeters, which is not marked on the background, but that's one of the hard things to tell. So just check the height manually that way. They're going to be working for 1 year. What's their story? Said it will be a year. Okay, very good. The number matches. This number could be off by 1 character. They get you that way all the time. Okay, so all the other documents check out. You're from Antegria. So there's that. And city of issuing is St. Marmuro. So that looks good. All right. The gender is male. They get you that way sometimes too. Alright, there we go. And then let them go, and they're going to walk past. About this point, we find out whether or not we made a mistake. No citation, no mistake. Alright. Welcome to Taco Bell. May I take your order? Republia. So you're from Republia, Les Ren Restlanati is this Valley Country of issue. And they're just here for plain old access. What are you here for? Only to visit. A few days. A few weeks, rather. Okay, vaccine permit. Date's valid. What? The date is not... Oh, okay. That's what I get for not paying attention when I'm doing a tutorial. That must be a typographical error. Really? Well, yeah. Well, that's an expired passport. We can't accept that no matter what. So, I'm going to deny that. I don't know why they got this here. This is required in later parts of the story mode game. But when you stamp reason over it, it's an unreadable mess in the interface. But I guess it works. Game's been accepting it so far. No citation means you didn't make a bad play turning the guy away. So there we are. All right. Not expired. West Gretson Kolechia. Wasn't that one of the ones that was trying to bomb Yugoslavia a while ago? Okay, Frank Alvaro, which is a heck of a name for that area. Alright, West Geston. So, the name matches Frank Alvaro. The serial number matches. That's great. Vaccinated for polio. Not expired. So we know the vaccine permit passes. Work permit, I'm just going by easiest to hardest. Alright, this is obviously for the very same person. And alright, that says that clears. Documents, work pass. Yes, that's fine. Alright. Here's access permits. Documents, access permit, and you can see the seals right there. Just like with that, you can inspect the seal, make sure they match. That's a gotcha because the Ben Sinister is on the shield of Arstotzka, and they'll try to trick you sometimes by flipping the shield. That'll be a sign of a forged document, so it'll be the Ben Dexter instead. Yeah, so there you go. Access permit. We have this. Really? Oh, Frunk. He's Frunk Alvaro there. Oh, okay. I have multiple names. Well, we're going to fingerprint. Now, you'll notice these gadgets pop down whenever they're needed. As soon as your interrogation point reaches that part where, okay, we got to check your ID. Okay, sure enough, it says that he has Alvaro Frank and an alias Alvaro Frunk. Oh, that's insane. You can't even compare fingerprints here by machine. So that's helpful too. Alvaro Frunk, I guess we can let him in then. Let's see what else is going on. 109 kilograms of weight is correct. Height is also correct. Now, when they do something like this where he has a name that's off by one letter and it turns out that was correct, that'll often happen where they're just trying to throw a curveball at you and he's just a red herring and he's otherwise clear. So that's what the game does. This game is slippery. It tries to deceive you all the time. Did I check his gender? Clear, 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 clear. Yeah, we're clear. Here we are. Nothing like doing a YouTube tutorial to make you pray that you don't mess up, right? Alright, yeah, I like to do the vaccine thing first. Alright, you're from Impor. We don't get many people from Impor, by the way. Impor. Inkyo. Alright. Alright. You're a Danielia Michael. It's just a lot faster sometimes. Just go through it and just buzz through that. Okay, you do have a vaccine for polio and it is current, so there we are. That's cleared. Rather than trying to read everything out loud, after about 10 guys, your brain just does not process these strings of numbers and letters anymore. So you gotta do that. It's so much easier. Just click on things and match them up. There. Okay, we're fine. Import 2 months. Is that your story? 2 months. No kidding. You're visiting friends. All right. That is also matching data. 56 kilograms of weight. Female. Height. Yeah. Okay. What am I forgetting? What am I forgetting? What am I forgetting? What am I forgetting? I'm not forgetting anything, right? Okay, here. Hey, take that. Something smells fishy about this one. Yeah, I'm paranoid. I'm gonna play this until I mess up. Fingerprint, really? Oh, wait, you're seeking asylum. Okay. Yeah, that automatically happens whenever you have an asylum seeker. We'll burn that bridge when we get to it. First off, we got a passport. Date checks. Photo checks. Mail. You have to be very careful with somebody immigrating. Because that's one where they tend to forge a lot of documents. Alright. Oh, wait. There's no polio on here. There's HPV and cholera. Okay, now here's how you do that. Here's how you interrogate for something like that. You go to basic rules and find entrant must have polio vaccine cert. So you do that and you do that. Discrepancy detected and it'll trigger the interrogation. What are you talking about? Well, I'm going to gather that we can deny him based on that. No matter what. Go get shot. Come back. What? Oh, I didn't stamp the denial reason on it. Screw you and your fast food stamp pad jockey game. Okay, all right. Well, that counts. That's it. That's our write up. Let's go ahead and see this one. I didn't stamp the reason for it, of course. I was too busy chattering. All right. Well, there you go. Thanks for joining us, YouTube. And this is Penguin Pete. Over and out. But at least you got to see how the interface works, and you got a little taste of the kinds of things that you have to check through. So again, this is in free play mode, which you only unlock after you completed the story mode of the game. Check out nogamer.com sometime. We got all kinds of stuff. Have a good one.